Korach and his cohorts cried out nepotism. Moses had no right to choose Aaron as to be the high priest. Of course, it was God who directed Moses that Aaron should be the high priest and that his progeny shall be the Kohanim, the priests of the Jewish people. But there were people who were jealous, and a terrible rebellion ensued, and Korach and his cohorts met an untimely death. Even after the death of Korach and his group, there were still people among the Jewish people who still questioned, well, maybe indeed Moses favored Aaron and it was not God's choice. God commanded Moses once and for all, we're going to squelch this, we're going to clarify this for everyone. So God told Moses, tell each of the leaders of the tribes to bring you his staff. In those days, each one had a staff, a special stick, a rod that they had with them. And each one of the leaders of the 12 tribes shall write their name on their staff. And Aaron's name shall appear on Aaron's staff, because Aaron would be representing the tribe of Levi. Now God said to Moses, have everyone bring you their staff. Have the name of each of the leaders of the tribes written on their respective staff. And we shall see the staff that, remember it's a stick, it's a staff. The staff that blossoms, that is the staff that of the person who was chosen by me to be the high priest, the Kohen Gadol. So they all agreed and they all submitted to the staff test. They brought their staffs to Moses. The names of each of the tribes was written on their respective staff. And Moses brought them and put them in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle, by the Eidos, by the Holy Ark. The next morning, the Torah says, Aaron's staff blossomed and produced fruit, produced almonds. Everyone was able to see clearly that Aaron was the one who was chosen. So God commanded Moses to take that staff of Aaron and bring it into the tabernacle, bring it into the Mishkan, and keep it there permanently, so that everyone shall see, that Aaron and the Kohanim were the ones who were chosen. And if anyone has any doubt, there it is. There is the staff of Aaron. The question, there's an obvious question. The Jerusalem Talmud explains that as the Torah describes, the staff of Aaron blossomed, and then it produced buds, and then produced fruits, the almonds. Now, what happens when a tree blossoms and produces fruit? The blossoms fall off. They're not there anymore. All you have is the fruit. But yet, by the staff of Aaron, something unusual happened. The blossoms were there, and the fruit was there simultaneously. And that is how it was. This staff of Aaron was supposed to be brought in and placed permanently in the tabernacle. Why? What's the reason that God produced this unusual happening? Of course, this whole thing was unusual for a staff, for a stick to bloom and to blossom and to produce fruit. But why was it necessary for the blossom to remain when the fruit was already produced? And why was it necessary that permanently? That is how this particular staff of Aaron shall be brought and kept permanently in the tabernacle. And Rabbi Moshe Feinstein explains the powerful message. In spiritual matters, we prepare for a mitzvah, we toil to do a mitzvah. And the fruit of the blossoms of the mitzvah is the toil, the effort that we put into it. The fruit is the actual mitzvah. Now, out there in the world, when you toil, you work, fine. But what is looked upon in the world as value is not your toil, not your work, but the final product. The salesman of the year is the one who made the sales, not the one who put the most effort in. So the effort goes by the side. When it comes to spiritual matters, the effort remains standing. The effort remains as solid as the actual result of the effort. And that is symbolized by the staff of Aaron. The blossoms, which symbolize the effort, are eternal. Eternal reward for the mitzvah in this world, eternally in the world to come. Because in the world to come, when Hashem when we will reap the benefit, the spiritual, eternal benefit of all the way that we lived our life, the effort will be as solid as the result itself. When it comes to the study of Torah, the effort is as solid as the result itself. When it comes to spiritual matters, God cherishes the effort. The blossoms are eternal, just like the fruit. The effort that we put in, the toil that we put in, will stay with us, for us, and bring us and our generations to come blessings for eternity. Have a beautiful Shabbos.